Okay.
This standard of Brutus is about 2.5 years old, and it was severely hit by the frost a few weeks ago, the worst one we've had in 30 years. It's now beginning to shoot. It is now beginning to shoot, and so needs pruning severely. This bush wasn't pruned in April as I usually do. I'm going to prune it back to a woody skeleton, and I go back to near a junction of the stem and cut it back to the first set of buds. Sometimes these are right close to the end, and this one you can either cut back to here, but in this case, because I want it to spread out, I'll cut back each of the side shoots to the first set of buds. This long skinny one I'll cut right back in close to the centre of the bush, because otherwise it'll be a long fuchsia's flower on the new wood, so we want to get as much new wood as possible, but we want as many branches left on as possible, because then we won't have to pinch out, because we'll have hundreds of shoots already.
Okay.
Now here we are, almost finished. The other thing is to take off all these little dead pieces. And if you're not sure if a piece is dead, this one looks pretty dead, but if you're not sure, start at the end and look for any evidence of green. Green, so we'll leave that there. But all these little woody bits get taken off. And any cross pieces, like this is crossing over that, so it needs cutting back. So it's probably best to cut it back right down to the main stem, and then see what it does this year. Looks like another dead bit. Yep, so we cut that right back to the main stem. Don't leave a little bit there to get disease. That bit's dead, so that gets cut right back to the main stem. If you're doing a standard, any bits on the stem need brushing. Any leaves on the stem need rubbing off pretty quickly. These little lumps are where I forgot to last year. They soon go into branches. Around the base of the tree there's lots of dead fuchsia leaves because they all came off due to the winter and the frost. You need to pick them all up and put them in the bin or burn them. Don't put them in your compost. A lot of them will have the remnants of diseases. Not worth the risk. Brutus and a few others like Magellanica have lots of suckers, so these need to be cut off. Get down below the surface of the soil and cut them off. If you're desperate if you really want plants, if they've got roots on, you can sometimes pot them up. Magellanica particularly, you can get instant standards that way. Clean off all the leaves, and there we are, finished. So in the next few weeks all these tiny shoots will become leaves and it will grow profusely. And this what looks quite ugly now will look wonderful. If you don't prune severely, or the centre of your plant will be dead and the leaves and flowers will only be on the ends of the branches. Check all your ties at this stage and replace any that need replacing. Pruning continued. End of August 2007. The fuchsias that were pruned in April that have been frost damaged are very time consuming to prune. As you can see, half of each leaf has been burnt by the frost. It's not bad enough for the leaves to actually fall off, but they need to be removed. And they need to be removed very carefully, because The new shoots are coming so close to their base. Here you can see how close they are. So it means removing them with a tiny pair of nail scissors or your fingernails, but my fingernails got so sore after doing several. The bushes are there's so many bushes that it's very time consuming. Here you can see a section that I've done. All the old leaves have been removed and there's little tiny shoots everywhere. So it'll be a matter of deciding whether it's really worth pruning them in April by gauging how long it takes for these to flower as opposed to the ones I've been pruning this week. Pruning is much quicker than removing all these leaves. All severely pruned. There's a lot of frost damage here, as shown in the video a few weeks ago, showing the woody skeleton. It's growing quite quickly now. All the tiny shoots have got into growing into the sea.
Yeah.
The more severely damaged ones just break off very easily. You just carefully bend them down, and if they snap off, just remove them carefully, being careful not to damage the little shoots. That one's it won't come off, so I'll have to resort to the scissors for that. This way is much quicker. And we'll be able to save a bit of time, and they come off much more cleanly. Clean up all the dead leaves from around the base of the bush and put them in the bin or burn them. Don't put them in your compost. Clean your secateurs and scissors with bleachy water, and your hands in between each bush. This will eliminate any rust, and if you do see any rust, use spray with rose shield. This seems to eradicate it fairly quickly. Rightio.